How can I feel happier? We're anxiously looking for anything, but that's a bad idea. We don't need to find anything because we already have what we need. In a society based on the search for security, it's nothing more than a contest of breath-holding exercise, in which everyone is tense as a drum and as purple as a beet. We just need to live with the tranquility of animals, and not make such a clear distinction between our voluntary and involuntary behaviors. The meaning of life is to be alive. It is so clear, so obvious and simple. Yet, everyone doesn't stop running in panic, as if it were necessary to achieve something beyond themselves. If you enter a very, very distant forest and stay very still, you will understand that you are connected to everything. We are just one of the things that exists in a part of the universe, and we are never alone. Without understanding the nature of things, and manage to forget everything we learn that tries to go against it, we can do everything that is possible with the least effort. It is this state of consciousness that results above all from a questioning of the informal and formal models that the Easterners call enlightenment. As Jung said, this corresponds to a feeling of inflation, because we feel like we are one with the entire universe. It seems like we understand everything. We get everything we want. It's because deep down, we accept being who we are, and everything starts to go as we want. Because we don't want anything that doesn't happen. It is enough for us what exists. We have to stop believing that we are what we are not. We are what exists in us, and not what we think we should be. What I'm saying is that you don't need to do anything, because if you see it the right way, you are such an extraordinary phenomenon of nature, as trees, clouds, in the patterns of flowing water, the twinkling of fire, the arrangement of stars, and the shape of a galaxy. You are all like that, and there is nothing wrong with you. If you are the Big Bang, the original force of the universe, emerging as whoever the real you is, not a puppet that is pulled from one side to the other by life. The real you is the entire universe. It is through our eyes that the universe is perceiving itself. Through our ears the universe is hearing its harmony. We are the witness through which the universe becomes aware of its glory. How it is possible that a being with jewels as sensitive as the eyes, with enchanted musical instruments as the ears, and with the fabulous arabesque of nerves like the brain, may experience oneself as being less than a god. Trying to define yourself is like trying to bite your own teeth. You and I are as contained with the physical universe as a wave is with the ocean. What you do is what the whole universe is doing, in a place you know as here and now. You are a function that the whole universe is doing, in the same way that a wave is a function that the whole ocean is doing. Life and love generates an effort, but an effort will not generate them. Faith in life, in other people, in yourself, is the attitude of allowing the spontaneous to be spontaneous in its own way, and in its own time. Having faith is trusting in the water when you swim. You don't hold on to the water, because if you do, you will sink and drown. Instead, you relax and float. No work or love will flourish through fault, fear, or emptiness in the heart. Just as no valid plan for the future can be made by those who do not have the capacity to live now. Being free from convention is not rejecting it, but if not to be deceived by it. When you free yourself from certain fixed concepts of how the world is, you discover that everything is much more subtle and much more miraculous than you thought. Each individual is a unique manifestation of the whole, because each branch is a particular reach of the tree. Life exists only in this moment, and this moment is infinite and eternal. Because the present moment is infinitely small, before we can measure, it is gone, and yet, it exists forever. Life is like music. We are living in an eternal now. And when we listen to a song, we are not listening to the past. We are not listening to the future. We are listening to an expanded present. This is the real secret of life. Be completely involved with what you are doing, here and now.